Thank you for joining me today. I wanted to talk about time and how to redeem our time. Let's start hearing the Word of God first.
Ecclesiastes 11. Cast thy bread upon the waters, for thou shalt find it after many days. Give a portion to 7 and also to 8, for thou knowest not what evil shall be upon the earth. If the clouds be full of rain, they empty themselves upon the earth. And if the tree fall toward the south or toward the north, in the place where the tree falleth, there it shall be. He that observeth the wind shall not sow, and he that regardeth the clouds shall not reap.
As you have read, heard from this verse, I wanted to focus on verse 4. And let me just read that again to you. He who observes the wind will not sow, and he who regard the cloud will not reap. That means for everything there is time, and how to redeem our time and how to use our time wisely. It will benefit us in this hour that we are living in. And so I wanted to talk about time today. I want us to understand time is one of the gifts God have given us. Yet the enemy always making a way, making things in our life, just giving us a mindset that you are busy. We are always busy. We don't have anything, any time to do anything. I want to bring us to this era that we are in when we are facing COVID-19. We have understood the meetings that we have to travel about, the conference that we're supposed to be attending, the boardrooms, the jobs that we have to travel for, the work that we need to do. We didn't have time for anything else but work and this and that. As we can see it, it came to cease. It stopped completely. None of us are that urgent meeting that we must travel is all stopped. And yet you and I are still here. The earth did not open. The cloud the sky didn't fall per se. So I just want us at this moment in time to take a little bit of a minute to ourselves and think and say, you know what? Jobs were very important. I'm not saying our work is not important, our career is not important. But in the midst of it all that, I want us to think what is the most important thing in your life and in my life. And about how to redeem our time and how to use it the best. As we read in this verse, especially, like I said, chapter 4, it talks about the man who's giving an example of a farmer, but this farmer is thinking, the wind is not blowing the certain way, so it's not going to rain, so I'm not going to go out and plow the ground or plant the seed. There is not a perfect time to do anything. So what you have to say to yourself is, tomorrow never comes. So I got to do it today. We got to understand we don't own tomorrow. We own only today. We only own this moment, this minute. How do we make the best out of that? In my house, if I'm going to get something from the basement, I will take what need to go down there right on that moment, so I could kill 2 birds in 1 stone. If I have to, if I'm in the basement and I have something that I'm gonna need later on from the basement, I'll make sure I'll bring it on my way up. Why am I doing that? That few seconds for me to run up and down, I could use that time but the best way. And so today I want us to understand time and redeem that time very well. And when we are on time and understanding time, most of you have said to yourself, I don't have time to get to know God. I don't have time to be religious. Now that you understood, everything can stand still just in a moment. And everything that we taught is so important. We can't live without it. We can't do without it. It came to stand. Isn't it a time, really, if you search your heart, to think about, okay, what's life is all about? What is tomorrow is all about? What do I have a guarantee that I could wake up and live my life tomorrow? My friend, as you can see, nothing is guaranteed. As you can see, the science not going to be able to figure it out right away. Our government not going to be able to figure it out right away. All of us at the same moment, all over the world, our life came to pause, to stand still. But I want us to take that moment when life is in stand, life is at pause. Look at yourself, look at your life and say, what am I here on this earth? What am I supposed to be doing? Is there anything beside my career, beside traveling around the world, doing conferences, attending conferences, doing a research or teaching, whatever we have been doing? I want you to know there is more than that. There is more than, life is more than that. And in this moment where you have time in your hand, I want to challenge you. All of us in this world, we use something called manual or researching information. If you're buying even the simplest thing that we consider today a cell phone, you can't just run to the store and just say, give me that cell phone. No, you will do your research. What will work for you? What makes sense for you? Whatever you are planning to do, that cell phone. If you're buying a computer, the same thing. You research information. If you are buying a house, you research what location is best for you, what kind of loan will work for you, what kind of financial institute you should come together. When you're buying a car, the same thing. When you are looking for education, you do the same thing. You don't just go to any university, but you choose and you research and you do all this. My friend, all this is, as you can see, is a temporary things. But there is life way behind all these things. There is life, what the Bible called it, eternity. And if you and I are doing all these researches and reading and asking a question and getting advice for 70 and 80 years, if we are blessed with good health, how about if there is an eternity? You think you and I should do a research? We should look into it. My Bible say, ask and it shall be given it to you. Knock and it will be open to you. That means God is challenging you and I. If something, and then he say this as well. He says, seek me and you will find me. If something is not searchable, if something you cannot search for it and research for it and knock on it and you are not able to find it, he will not suggest those things. So in another word, God is something you, me, anybody, ordinary people, well-educated people, scientists, an average person, any of us, if we seek him with all our heart, he's be able to find for us. At the age of 17, I have done that. I was broken. I was going through things. If you go back to my old videos and try to hear my personal life story, there are some of the videos that you'll find my personal life story. And in that brokenness, I asked if God existed. Because of my pain and what I went through, I was so angry. I didn't want the existence of God, because in my opinion, if there is God, why would he permit a pain, brokenness in our world? But when I search for him and when I seek him, he revealed himself to me. That was 30 years ago, my friend. To this day, I'm walking with this God. And his word became my manual. I'm searching and researching. And so I wanted to encourage you to do the same thing. To use this moment, this time that God has put on hold for you. That he's given you a time to sit down and do whatever you desire to do. Wouldn't it be the right thing to do to find out where your eternity is going to be? You believe it or not, I'll give you that choice. The Bible tells us there is a blessing and curse. You choose. There is life and death. You choose. There is heaven and there is hell. You choose. God is not a dictator, and God is not someone who forces himself on you. He is a very gentle God. He created you, but he wants you to be his child. He wants you to be his partner, but he doesn't want to force himself on you. He wants you to seek him. He wants you to knock on his door so he can open for you. And so if you are willing to do that, if you are willing to upload the Bible on your phone and read the Word of God and see if it makes sense or not, if he can speak to you or not. You know, my friend, what I have done when I'm challenging God at that moment at the age of 17, I say, if you exist, I want you to do this and this. That's how I will know your existence. And he answered a broken 17-year-old African. Imagine what he can do for you. The Word of God tells us God is no respecter of a person. It doesn't matter if you are highly educated or someone, a 17-year-old like me. He is loving God. But he also is a God who have justice. He do it the right way. And so I'm inviting you today to search for him, to seek for him, to knock on his door and see what he can open for you. It is in your best interest. Thank you for following me on this video. Keep in touch. If you have any question, write me down and I will try to answer on my best. Have a blessed day. Take care.